I'm going to be making a cold processed soap called Nakota. We've got our oils here. These are your fats. You have to have fats to make soap. These are all plant botanical fats. And then you mix it with lye. As soon as you mix the two together, it instantly starts turning into soap.
Hiedi Golberg is the president of Body Goodies, LLC.
It's an all-natural skincare company. We treat everything head to toe, and we have multiple products to do that in a very safe way.
A business she began in her home about 8 years ago.
It actually stemmed from a personal issue I had with allergies and severe allergic responses to things, and I wasn't really sure what did it. Wound me up in the hospital, and then eventually led me to my journey of making product, which I became so fascinated with. I went to school to become an esthetician, and it just kind of drives everything here. I started out in my kitchen in my home, actually not even intending to ever have a business, just making soap for me.
But that all changed when her sister began asking her to make soap for others, and later set her up with an online store. Eventually, she began selling her soaps in Whole Foods markets.
But in order to do so, I had to move out of my home to produce it. So I found a little garage, and that's where I manufactured my soap. And the news came out and did a story, and once that happened, people were calling like crazy. I moved into here for street visibility, and what wound up happening was the business here grew so much in the storefront that I was unable to produce fast enough for Whole Foods. So I actually quit selling to Whole Foods, and we just sell here and online now. The lid goes on, and then a blanket, DOB 526.
Once the large block of soap is hardened overnight, it's removed from the mold and cut into smaller pieces.
We chop it, stamp it, and then it goes on the racks for a month. We have, if you look on the racks, they say DOB. That's the day they were cut, the date of birth. So we know a month from that date that they can go out for sale.
On average, the store produces about 100 to 200 pounds of soap per week.
This month we've made quite a bit. I know we did 2, 4, 5, like 700 pounds of soap so far this month. I make a lot of different soaps. There's always something new coming out. People like to come in and see what's new, what the heck I've thought up in my brain to put on the table next.
But soaps aren't the only products at Body Goodies.
We make so much stuff. We just launched a tick repellent called Ticked Off, which is really cool. It's for people and pets. We make laundry soap. We have 3 different facial serums. We have 3 different kinds of lotion. We make these things called massive meltdowns, and they're like a solid sugar scrub. We make chapsticks, we make refresher sprays. We have the wax tarts, like for the melters.
I'm here buying some of the new wax tarts that I saw on her Instagram page.
Chelsea Infant has been a customer here for almost 3 years.
I always like to come in and see what she has new. I remember I would see Hiedi just at Starbucks every week, and she would tell me about different things and tell me how bad certain things were that I was trying to use. So she really helped me, and like everything here has helped. I just fell in love, and everyone here is amazing.
Michelle Stevens and Maddie Kukovic are employees here.
I think it's been about 3.5 years. I started a little bit over a month ago.
But before that, they were customers.
I suffered from skin issues. I was covered with them, and I walked into Heidi's first store around the corner one day, and she took one look at my skin and said, "What are you doing to yourself?"
I actually was having skin issues myself. I had a lot of rosacea.
It just changed my skin, and everyone that knew me knew how bad my hands were for years, and they just saw things changing, and I saw things changing.
So I came, and it was just Michelle here, and she gave me a bar crud and a treatment serum, and I used them, and I use them every day. And the more I used it, I was like, oh my God, this changed my face.
Goldberg says she doesn't advertise and that most customers hear about her from a friend.
People talked, and they get excited because I was excited. So I love what I do, and it just kind of, the challenges there were having the voice.
Body Goodies has even shipped their products as far as Germany, England, Brussels, Singapore, and the Philippines. And Goldberg says plans are in the works to grow the business further.
Part of my hiring that I'm doing right now, I'm looking for a couple more areas to fill. And once I can get those things underway where my time's freed up a little, I can spend more time focusing on the soap, the employees. I would like to bring in people to do shows so we can get out there a little more. And once those things happen, and this is sustained and has enough funding on its own, I really want to open a second location. If you have a talent that winds you up in business, really study how to run a business. It's something I failed miserably at. I was really good at what I did, but I was terrible at paperwork, at how to deal with things that pop up, insurance, employee issues, just having paperwork in place, certain things that you need. And that was a really big learning part for me. But my advice would definitely be to always go with your gut, for sure. And you have to be brave.